Hey guys, it's Jen over at worldofjencraft.com, and I have a fun little project slash projects to show you guys today. So in the month of July, during the special that Stampin' Up had, I was lucky to have 5 new girls sign up under me getting the special, the Carols of Christmas. And so I thought I would send them out each a little gift for joining my team. And this is what I came up with. So just quick, I was on my upline Angie's website, and she had posted a couple of months ago this really cute Stamp-A-Stack set using the Fresh Florals papers, and I really loved the way her cards turned out. So of course, you know, I did what we crafters do best, and I cased them. And so this is what gave me the idea to go ahead and create a notebook. So I've made these covered notebooks before, but I did it in a little bit different style, and I thought I would use the inspiration from Angie's card to come up with the notebook. And then I went ahead and redid our little Post-it note holder and just made it into the papers and everything to match. So I thought what I would do, so I went ahead and I used all 5 of the end colors to create one for each of my girls that signed up. So what I'm going to do today is I have everything pre-cut and ready to go, but I thought I would show you how I made all 3 of these. So hopefully this video won't be too terribly long, and if I would stop talking, then I can get started. So this is what we're doing, and supplies quick. I used the black, really pretty crocheted ribbon, some Berry Burst finely woven ribbon. The inks that I used for this particular project is the Berry Burst and the basic black. And I threw on some sparkles. This is new product, as well as the black crochet trim, the black rhinestone jewels, and of course these, the regular rhinestones. I used 3 stamp sets for this particular project. The Happy Birthday Gorgeous for the card sentiment, the Sunshine Sayings for my notebook, and the Bike Ride for the little Post-it note pad. And then for the dies, the Sunshine Sayings, and I can't remember, I know this coordinates with the Sunshine Sayings, but I can't remember, oh, Sunshine Wishes die set, the Layering Squares framelits, and the Stitch Shapes framelits. A little bit of Winka Stella, and then the notebook and the Post-it notepad I found on Amazon. So let's go ahead and we're going to get started with the card. And these are pretty simple to throw together. So for my card, I have a 5.5 by 8 1/4, and I was trying to find my notes for this. So, or 5.5 by 8.5, and then we score that at 5 1/4. For my basic black cardstock, it is going to be a 3.5 by 4 3/4. My Whisper White is a 3 1/4 by 5.5, and my Fresh Florals DSP is a 3 by 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and assemble this part first. So this is going to go on top of our basic black. And then we're going to throw on our, so hopefully I can do this quick, I'm trying. The Fresh Florals is just going to go up here at the top, which is going to leave us room at the bottom to be able to stamp. And for the stamping, I'm going to grab out this cute little flower from the Happy Birthday Gorgeous. So I'm going to stamp the outline first. And that's just going to kind of come over here in about there-ish, and we're not supposed to be doing that in black, but you know what? I'm just going to roll with it. So the original card was done up with a tone-on-tone, but I'm not going to change it. And then this is going to go, I think I'm just going to stamp off on this to make it a little bit lighter shade. And if I'd been paying attention to, I think that's it, right there. Perfect. Okay, so that's going to go there, and then we're just going to wrap our little ribbon around it. And I'm not used to going so fast, so hopefully I don't mess this up too bad because I know I still have to stamp my sentiment, but we're just going to go ahead and throw this ribbon on. And that'll actually give us place for our sentiment as well. So let's see. I don't know about you guys, but when I try to do things a little bit faster than I normally do, that's when mistakes are made. So I'm usually pretty, not precise, but I take things slow just to avoid making mistakes. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this on here, just going in the center of this card base. And then let's go ahead and stamp on our sentiment. It's your day. I really like this stamp set. And that's going to go here. And then we're going to throw a little sparkle on it. And then, let's see, that's just going to go in the center of our flower. Cute, cute. I just love how simple this is. And then I'm going to go ahead and just tie a simple knot on here with our ribbon. I love all the in colors. It took me, honestly, a little while to fall in love with the in colors because at first I just, it takes me a little while. Change is difficult for me. Usually, I get all the new products and I just am super stoked about them. But the in colors took me a minute to get used to. Okay, so this is our card. So project 1 is done. Cute, cute. So let's let's just do this little post-it note holder quick. And that is going to, let me get my instructions here for the post-it note, my sizes. So that's in here. And like I said, I had just had everything pre-cut, so I'm not even going to get out the Big Shot today. But I do have this scored. So the basic black is 3.5 by 7 1/4. And you are going to score this at 3.5 and 3 3/4 in order to get the little notebook here. Our Whisper White is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then you're going to have this piece which is 3/4 by 3 1/4. And the stitch square is 1 5/8. For basic black, you'll also need a 7/8 of an inch by 3 1/4. And then a 2-inch scallop square. And then our piece of Fresh Florals is 3, and I don't have this written down. Why not? Let me see. Sorry about that, guys. This is a 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. And then you're also going to have a 1 7/8 inch square of the Berry Burst. So these are all just going to get layered on top of our basic black. And I used the white just to kind of separate the floral print from the basic black. And that's just going to go on top here. And then let's go ahead and let's put, and I did this completely wrong, so we might have to, we're going to improvise, but it should be fine. So I'm going to stick my Whisper White on top of my basic black strip. And then I'm going to run my ribbon behind this. On my original one, I assembled all of it except for the basic black, and then I ran my ribbon behind the whole entire thing. But this is still going to work too. So I'm just going to throw my ribbon on here, wrap it around to the back side, and then I'm going to adhere this to the top here. Now when I wrap my ribbon around to the back, I do like to go back over it with the adhesive just to make sure that it all sticks down to my top. And that is just going to meet at the edges of our Whisper White on here and hopefully get centered in the whole piece. And our Berry Burst is going to go on top of our scallop square. set this aside for a minute and we're going to stamp. And this is from the bike ride stamp set. I just really love this little tiny bouquet. I think it's really super sweet. So let's get our inks out and hopefully I'll stamp it right this time. Oh, shoot. So I'm going to do the outline of the flower in my basic black. And then I'm going to take these flowers in our Berry Burst. And this is going to get stamped off onto a scratch. So we have our second generation. And then you're just going to line all of the little flowers up here, hopefully getting them right. Let's see, looks good. Oh, that was really off. Oh, that's what I get for trying to rush it. So I put Wink of Stella on here. And the nice thing about the Wink of Stella is it'll actually pick up the ink from the Berry Burst and kind of move that around a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put my Wink of Stella on here. And the other cool thing is some of these petals that I missed, if you can put your Wink of Stella back into the ink pad and pick up some color if you need to fill in. So that's that. And then we're going to adhere that to the top. And that's just going to go centered in here. And then we're going to pop dot this into the center of our pad here. And that's just going to go just centered on here. And then I'm going to take my Post-it notes and I'm going to adhere that to the middle of here. And you want to make sure that you're generous with your adhesive when you attach this. Now these little Post-it note holders or Post-it notes that I got come a little bit thicker. And so what I did is I just separated them in half, which actually makes them go a little bit farther, but it also fits in here just perfectly. So here we have that one's done now. And then last but not least is going to be our little covered notebook. So let me grab out the supplies for that. And for the notebook, let's see, how am I going to do this here? You're going to start off with an 8.5 by 10 3/4 inch piece of Berry Burst. And this is going to get scored at 5 1/4 and then 5 1/2, and that's going to give us our little binding here in the back. And these little notebooks are 5 by 8 is what I found on Amazon. So now that we have that, then our pieces that go on top of it. So we'll have the Berry Burst, and then you are going to need a little scrap of Berry Burst that I cut out the Congrats from the Sunshine Wishes die set. Your basic black is going to be 4 1/8 by 7 1/2, and then you'll need a scrap to cut out the flower, the leaves, and the little butterfly that I'm going to put on here. And Whisper White is going to be 3 7/8 by 7 1/4. And the Fresh Florals is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4, and a 2 by 5 to go on the notebook. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble the front. So I'm going to stick this over here quick. And that's just going to go centered onto your basic black. And then we're going to take our Fresh Florals and attach that, minus the little sparkle that got stuck to it. And that is going to go on the top portion of this to allow room at the bottom for our word and our stamping. And this one I did leave only 1/8 of an inch around, where the other one I left 1/4 of an inch. So for my flower, I used the fine tip glue pen to adhere it on. And I just kind of put this in here at a little bit of an angle. So nothing special on here. And then I'll put our leaves on. And then this one's just going to come down a little bit from it. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to wrap my ribbon around the bottom portion here. And that's just going to go, I center my ribbon with the bottom portion of here. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and just attach this. And this is just going to go on the front, centered. I really absolutely have fallen in love with the Fresh Florals. Again, this was a paper pack that I was just like, not really 100% sure about, but the more I played with it, especially getting it in person, it really helps. So I'm going to go ahead and use my fine tip glue pen again for my congrats. I need to poke out my little O here. And that's just going to go down here a little bit, making sure it's even on both sides. And our So Happy For You is going to go down at the bottom. Making sure it's right side up. Oh, and that's just not gonna, well, we'll deal with that later. That's what I get when I try to go fast. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to wait and I'm going to put my little sparkles on after I'm done. So this piece here is going to go at the top, and I've already used some of this notebook, so I thought, well, go ahead and use it for my demo here. And again, for this piece, you're going to want to make sure that you are generous with your adhesive. And that's just going to go centered here at the top. And then you're going to very carefully, I like to kind of crease this as I go, so that way I make sure that it's, you know, really on there and nice as you bring it around to the back. And I'm going to put adhesive on to the very back edge here. And I think I might go ahead and just cover this with adhesive as well. And then we're going to wrap our crocheted ribbon around it. So just keeping it simple. And that's just going to get wrapped around here. And then I'm going to finish adhering this to the inside of our little notebook cover. Again, I can't stress enough, just make sure you're really generous with the adhesive on this because you want it to stick. And then I'm just going to center this top to bottom and on the sides. And I'm going to put a little bit of fine tip glue pen to the center of my butterfly. And then that's just going to go up here onto the crocheted piece, and you're going to want to hold that down. I was a little bit more generous with my my fine tip glue pen on this because you want it to stick to the notepad and to the crocheted trim as well. So I'm just going to hold this here for a second to make sure it sticks. All right, and then the very last finishing touches on this, I'm just going to stick several little black rhinestones. I'm absolutely loving these black rhinestones, and these will be available as well as the crocheted trim September 1st when the holiday catalog is released. Unless, of course, you don't want to wait until September 1st, then you can sign up to be a demonstrator and get it before then. Just throwing that out there. All right, so the other thing I wanted to go over with you guys quick, if you've lasted this long with me. I know, 3 projects and the 3 projects in one video, that's a lot for me. And then I guess I'm not done, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this knot in here. But while I'm knotting this, I wanted to see if, you know, kind of get your thoughts on doing like a kit. Because I'm thinking about doing like a pre-cut kit and starting to possibly put them up for sale on my website. And as I was doing this project, I thought maybe this would be kind of a fun, or something like this would be a fun project to put on as a pre-made or pre-cut kit for sale. So then, okay, so I need to get my thoughts here together. Let's bring all these... Let's bring all these out here. I just thought these turned out really cute. So if I were to do like a pre-cut kit for sale, would you be interested in something like that if I started offering them? I know I've had my free create and takes for a couple months now. And I will still continue to offer those as well. But if you would be interested in doing, you know, maybe purchasing a pre-cut kit, shoot me, go over to, well, don't shoot me, please, but go over to my website and leave a comment in the comments section and let me know if that would be something that you would be interested in if I started to offer. And I have an extra one of these now. And I was thinking it would be fun to draw for a winner to receive all 3 of these. So, what do you think? Thank you for sticking with me. I know this is a lot longer video than I've been trying to do lately, but I hope you found it informative and maybe inspired to create your own little set. I think this would make a beautiful gift set too, if you're, you know, to give out to a friend or family member or co-worker or whatever the case may be. So thanks again for watching. Head over to my website, worldofgencraft.com, and I will have printable downloadable dimensions to create all 3 of these projects. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you later. Bye.